Let's roll on to building some brick exploding. Let's get some brick exploding going here. And I've already put the thing on the table. Heather, did you want to trade seats or just roll seats around and?
Or are you building?
Yeah, or do you want to build?
I know what the next step is, and I'm afraid of it, but I could maybe do it.
You tell me what your preference is, because I love to build.
I think maybe I'll build tomorrow.
Okay. Does anyone then who would like to read tonight?
Carrie, do you have a preference?
I prefer not to read if it's okay, just because I tend to get things. I have a hard time reading.
That's okay.
Out loud.
It's a lot of spatial. Is this one images or words this year's?
It's images.
Yeah, there's no words.
But yeah, it's a lot of.
But if that's not a thing you want to do, that is okay.
Spatial description.
I'm gonna change up the lights and stuff here so we can do this.
I'm just gonna drag this.
Up.
There we go.
This camera and
I'm just gonna open a new tab.
This one.
Oh, I should probably turn off my stream over here.
So I'm going to zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, and if you turn the shutter speed up or the ISO up, you might actually get a better result.
To Amelie, that is an amazing image of a child who transforms into a horseshoe crab. Perfect.
That's good.
There. That's not bad.
I want to see the morphing phases, though. You know, step two.
I do like that this camera has so many little levers for me to push.
Right? It's so much control. We're using an Elgato face cam, generously donated to Desert Bus by Elgato. Thank you so much at Elgato. You have been very helpful this year in providing even more nice, fun toys.
Yeah, because like my overhead camera at home is just another webcam, and it constantly wants to go out of focus. So I just started calling it Elmira.
All right. So
this is super nice.
I have a mess.
Ooh. The sound of Legos.
And I may or may not start sorting this stuff while we're doing it. I know I'm not audible too much off camera, but we have lots of stuff to choose from. And
we need to start at step 15. That's where we
start at step 15.
We're building from here. Okay.
Oh, heck.
Well, yeah, it's got some weird pieces in it.
Yeah, I'll say it does. Okay, so I want to bring back the terminology we used in Omega Shift last year. The sort of solid pips, those are pips. The sort of hollow things on the bottom, those are pops.
Okay, yeah, I think I got you.
So for step 15, you're going to need a 1x2 piece that has 2 pips on either side. You got pips on one side and pops on the other side.
Okay, yeah.
And then you need one of each, sort of these mirror image pieces that appear to be just 2 pips, 1x2 with pips, and then sort of a little diagonal sort of wedge extending to what would be, I guess, another row of pips.
Slope or wedge?
I don't know the difference.
Okay, is this a tile? Is this a completely flat piece?
Oh yeah, these are the tiles that I've described.
Describe it one more time,
piece.
Please.
Yeah, there's the piece I'm describing is 1x2 pips, and then there's kind of an extension. It looks like it ought to be a square that had a corner chopped off, you know?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I just have to find them.
You're gonna have to find one, mirror image of each.
Well, I found one, I think. I found a second one. That's a mirror image.
Okay. Flat pieces. And then you're gonna need 2. It's a 1x1 piece that is just a little ramp. It looks like a little base wedge. A little door stopper shape.
I found one.
You're gonna need 2 of them.
I found 2.
Okay. We're cooking with gas now. Hopefully, this music doesn't drill a hole in my brain like last time.
If it does, we'll turn it off and we'll find something else to happen.
Oh, good gravy. Okay. So help me, I will noodle while reading you instructions if that's what it takes. Okay, so these sort of pieces with the odd diagonals on them, not the flat one, sorry. Let me start over. So the tiles that have the weird diagonal on them.
Yes.
You're going to take those and flip them over.
They're upside down.
And then to the bottom of it, you will adhere the 1x2 pip and pop pieces. Just kind of fill the available space with the pips.
1x2? This is a 1x2 tile?
You should have, 2 1x2 tiles that are, well, really, they're pips and then they're kind of anti-pips.
Nega pips?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of negative pips.
Is this a... Not allowed to ask those questions.
It is, the piece, it's not a simple tile that we're looking at, this 1x2 piece. It's got pips on one side and then sort of hollow anti-pips on the other side, not purely negative space.
Hang on. These are hollow pips.
Yeah, it's not a place that you would put pips into. They are pips going the other way.
All right, I have found these.
They're like a sort of male-to-male,
Yep.
brick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you'll take the pip side of the male-to-male, the suicide brick,
Mm-hmm.
and then put it in the available pops on the diagonal.
I have
tile.
done this.
Okay. And then in sort of the narrow where these diagonal tiles narrow down to just a pips width, which sounds like a town in England.
Pips with.
Turn at the roundabout at pips width. Take, because you got 2 of these structures, right? Mirror image of each other.
Yes.
So face the square, the sort of right angle side away from you.
I have done this.
Yeah. So you got 2 diagonals kind of pointed down towards you. And then you're going to take the little 1x1 door stopper piece on each of these, and you are going to put it on the narrowest bit of the structure, with the wide side facing you.
I have done this.
Okay. So you should have now 1 exposed anti-pop or anti-pip
I do.
next to the door stopper thing. And then it looks like, at scale, it looks like a very modern sort of art museum,
I believe you.
Okay. So then I don't quite know how this is supposed to adhere to this dang structure. So if you have 1 exposed, so then is the main structure, is that pop side up or pip side up?
I can't answer that. You have to tell me what to do.
Okay, well, you have to take the main structure and flip it pop side up.
I have done this.
And there's a dark green section and a lighter green section. I'm assuming these are the colors.
I see these.
The darker green section should be on your left. Your array of pops there.
I have done this.
And then you should have 6 anti-pops on your right side.
I have those.
Okay. Now, these diagonalies pieces we just made, put those right side up, and then there should be on the right side of this structure, so your top right and your bottom right corners, take that 1 exposed anti-pop and sink it into that corner so that the diagonals are following the angle of the structure, and that wide bit on the little little door stopper wedge is angling, the wide bit is facing the outside of the structure.
Define outside.
Well, I mean, I guess what's the inside of the structure? I'm gonna jump ahead to, let me see. What is the goal here? Okay. I hate this. Okay, so if you have the main structure rotated so that the dark green is on the left and the anti-pips are on the right, you'll rotate these angle pieces so that the pips are left to right rather than up to down. And then you'll have what looks like a 45-degree angle diverting away from the main structure. They should go from wide to narrow as you go left to right,
Yes, I understand that.
Okay. Yeah, so you want to adhere the one anti-pop into the outermost corner next to the anti-pips that are already on the structure. I would be surprised if there's any other way you could adhere these weird pieces to the structure.
There are many ways I can adhere this piece to the structure.
Okay, I mean, I believe in you. Can you sink the anti-pip into... On the bottom, you're going to have the one that is... Okay. Towards the...
Tell me about the ball joint.
There, I see no ball joint. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
From where I'm sitting, the way the instructions depicted, it is slightly like rotated even a little bit. So is there a ball joint near the anti-pips on the structure? Is that what you're telling me?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, these instructions don't give me that information for pages upon pages.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I mean, there should be the anti-pip on the little things you just built. Mm-hmm. Is in sort of a corner, it appears.
Oh.
Right? Because the male to male, the sort of suicide tile, it seems that there was only one way you could adhere that to the weird diagonal piece, and that was along the right angle to right angle side, the straight side. I can't believe we've been on step 15 for this long.
Right? It's okay though.
It's complicated stuff.
It is part of the fun.
Yeah, it's a very complicated anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have this 3-level high, sort of pips in all directions structure,
Mm-hmm.
with one anti-pip exposed on the bottom.
I do have that anti-pip exposed.
Yeah, and then the other pip is covered by this door stopper piece.
Correct. Yes.
And then the wide bit on the door stopper piece is facing the angled side of the strange brick on top.
1 second.
So I guess so. The ball joint is the part I can't see
because it's being covered.
It's just obscured by the rotation of the thing. But I assume I guess I could look back, but that's only going to confuse and frustrate. I'm not going to look back.
Never look back. Only forward.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to describe. So, yeah, you're going to put down, take one of these newfangled 3-story pieces you got.
Yeah.
Take, for example, as you're holding it with the pips up top, the wide bit's on the left.
Okay, standard pips on top, wide bit is on the left. I'm holding that in that way.
You got that one.
Yes.
Okay, so then take it to the bottom right corner next to the 6 anti-pips that are exposed. And then sink the anti-pip on this thing you're holding next to the bottom right exposed anti-pip. Put it beneath that anti-pip.
Beneath?
Yeah, on what's sort of the bottom corner pop there. Is that possible?
I believe I am doing what you're asking.
I hope.
I have affixed them. Yes,
okay.
I have affixed them.
And then can you do the mirror image move on the top right corner there?
I have.
Okay, great. Then that is step 15.
Great.
Yay!
Okay. Okay. These are more conventional looking pieces. All pips, no anti-pips. You're gonna want 1 2x3 tile.
I have this.
And then a 1x3 tile.
1 second. I have this.
2 single, just a 1x1. You're gonna want 2 of those.
2 1x1s.
2 1x1s, yeah.
1 second. That is very loud, the music I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
It's much too loud
And
for
also,
me to hear, Molly.
all
Sorry.
of the icons on my desktop refreshed when it got really loud, so I think it is actively haunting my computer.
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
All right, I have the 4 pieces you've told me to pick up.
Yes, and then one 1x2 tile,
I have this.
and then one. It looks like a 1x2. There's no pips on top, and it is sort of a descending sort of slope piece with an arrow on it.
1
It's got a
second.
little black arrow pointing from
Oh.
bottom level to the top level.
I believe I have this.
I don't know how many pieces have arrows printed on them in this thing. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so this assemblage, you're going to take the 2x3,
I have it.
rotate it portrait for me.
I have it.
Take the 1x3
I have it.
and apply it to the left column of the pips there.
I have done this.
Take the one of the 1x1s and put it in the middle of the right column.
I have done this.
So you should have a little tetromino shape. And then take the 1x2, rotate it landscape,
I've done
and
this.
then straddle those 2 pieces right in the middle row there.
1 second. Your
Yeah, tile pieces are sometimes hard to slam together because they're
tolerances are tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done this.
He's doing this. Great. You're doing great. Take the 1x1 and put it on the left of that new highest piece, the left pip,
I have done this.
and then cap it off with that slopey piece so that the arrow's pointing to the left. There's probably only one way that it fits, but, cap off that 1x1 foot on the 2x1.
I've done this.
Great. And then you're going to take, and it's rotated so that the arrow is facing the left side.
It is.
Great. Then you're going to, what appears to be, take the left column of pops that you have and put them onto those anti-pips on the structure. On the furthest sort of row, the right column of anti-pips.
I have done this.
Okay, that's step 16.
Yay!
Yay!
Good.
I have lost the tab.
You'll find it.
I've closed it. Okay, step 17. Okay. Oh, these are fun pieces. Okay, so you're gonna be looking for 4 pieces.
All right.
Is everything okay over there?
You're so excited for these pieces. I'm very amused.
I don't know how to describe them. Okay, so you're gonna need. It's kind of there's 2 of these. They're kind of 1x2. They look like a 1x2 tile with anti-pips on it, except it's angled up just a little bit. There's sort of a lower pip, a lower anti-pip, and a higher anti-pip.
1 second.
The
Sounds
lesser and the major.
Some archaic government structure.
Are you
upper
on
and
the
lower
high
pips.
anti-pip or are you the low anti-pip?
You gotta take the high anti-pip sometimes,
Other side. Everyone can watch me dig. Describe the from the simplest.
Oh, and the secondary pieces, yeah. Also a 1x2, very similar to that other piece you just had with the arrow on it, but they are blank this time. Sort of a rounded puffy tile.
How many of those?
2 of those. Little bald tile.
Might be that. Describe the first piece again.
It looks like a tile that is set on a diagonal, kind of a wedge tile with 2 anti-pips on top.
A wedge with 2 anti-pips on top. I have found this.
It's a 1x2. Okay.
Just
great.
one?
No, you need 2 of those.
Oh, Christ.
And from the pictures of the model I'm seeing so far, a lot of these are the same color.
Yeah.
You could no clue as to the color. What do you call this color?
Light green.
Lime.
Light green. Okay.
Yeah.
Ish.
Lima bean.
I meant like in a paint chip. Yeah, it's kind of a lima bean color. Yeah. A
One
little lima
second.
green.
I'll tell you, I was very happy when we hit a bunch of blue pieces because I was like, well, there can't be that many of those, so I don't have to describe these.
You kind of wish for one of those Coinstar machines to just sort all your sort of major geometry. Sort them in little trays.
All right,
How-
start again with the first pieces you want me to get. Let's read them from the top. Make sure I have them.
You need 2 1x2 anti-pip wedges.
I have these.
And then 2 1x2 like a rounded stair pieces. Like they're gonna mold to a little set of stairs.
How tall are they?
It's hard to say. They should be about as tall as these anti-pip wedges.
One second.
It feels like this music is mocking me.
It does have that very like vocal like. Come
Getting
on,
a weird
Molly, you
craving to
can
play
do it.
Yoshi
Come
Story
on.
right now. Yeah.
All right. I believe I have what you need. What you've asked for. My apologies. How many?
I hope. 2. You got 2 of each.
I have
Oh,
two
and
of
these
each.
seem to be. I'm seeing an indication on the instructions that these are of these sort of staircase pieces you have. These are the taller. Like, they should be about the same height.
I
didn't realize there were
these.
2 different heights. Okay,
Yep.
great.
Definitely have these.
All right. So then, with the structure still rotated as it was, take the rounded pieces, and put them on the first sort of column of real pips, not anti-pips. Just sort of, climbing the little stairs you got there. Is that possible? You haven't.
I am doing what I think I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
I have done one of them.
Okay. And it should cover 2 rows. It should be about 2 tiles tall. Is that the case?
It is.
Okay.
I've done one of those pieces.
And then what's exposed is just the sort of curved piece with the arrow on it. As far as that column is concerned.
Yes.
Okay.
What do I do? And now what next?
Do the mirror image on the other side, on the north side.
I have done this.
Mm-hmm. And then you have the 2 wedge anti-pips.
I do.
Put those parallel with those pieces you just put down on the right column. So they should go from, narrow to tall, going towards this arrow thing.
I have done this.
Okay, that's step 17.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay. Oh, this is a spicy piece. Okay. You're gonna first of all get easy pieces first. You're gonna get one of each, a 1x1 cube, like a brick, and a 2x1 brick.
1x1 brick, 2x1 brick.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. 1x1 brick,
And a 2x1 brick.
2x1 brick. I have them both.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh boy, these other pieces, they have, I think, pips on one side, anti-pips on the other side. They are each a brick height semicircle. Like sort of a, half cylinder that's open on one side.
All right. Describe it one more time.
There's 2 of them. I think anti-pips, certainly. I can't see what's on the other side. But they are half of a brick height cylinder. 2 pips wide.
2 pips wide.
And a brick tall.
Semicircle. 2 bricks wide.
Yeah, look for kind of a semicircle shape.
While Beej is looking for that, I just want to quickly remind people that we have the Zelda Mugs giveaway going on right now. If you donate $7.86 for the next 17 and a half minutes, you can be entered to win that. Please have your donor account set up and your PayPal email address added to your donor account. Thank you.
Semicircles, 2 anti-pips,
Yeah.
1 by 2.
Yes.
And how else would you describe these?
They look like little frogs.
I think I have them.
Okay. As I should have started there. Okay. Well, let's start with the bricks. Let's be basic. You're going to, of the anti-pips, the flat anti-pips that are still exposed on the main surface of your structure, there's like a little 1 sort of tile and a little 2 tile kind of with anti-pips as a column. Yeah.
I see this.
Okay. So put the brick straddling that seam there, and then the 1 by 1 brick to fill out that column.
I've done this.
Okay, great. Now the froggy pieces. I can't ask you questions about what you can see, huh?
I can't. I can only confirm if what I'm looking at. I can say.
He can say yes, no, and he can ask you to repeat.
Yeah.
It would seem that you have pips on either side of the froggy structure. Yeah, the froggy piece.
I do.
Okay, so then, as you look at the top and bottom of your structure, there's sort of rows of light green tile.
Yes.
So put the froggy piece on the end of that, sort of neighboring those tile pieces on either side of the dark green area, on the little pops that are available still. Sort of the lowest level of pops you got. So with the flat side of the frog, leaning up against the upper level there. So do you see where the dark green and the light green level kind of meet on that level there?
Yes.
Yeah, so the flat side of the little froggy piece will have its back. That flat side will be up against that seam. With its little mouth sort of barking out the side of the structure, right?
Can you be more specific about where this goes?
I believe so. Those pieces that you just put down, the bricks.
Yes.
As the side that's facing you, the side towards the bottom, the left eye of the frog on your right side, that'll be in the same column as those bricks you just put down. So it won't be on the dark green meets green tile. It'll be one sort of level below.
Oh, God.
So the little sort of narrow little 3 by 1 tile and the 2 by 1 tile in sort of rows on the top and bottom. If you continue that row with a froggy piece,
Cannot make it fit.
because the one of the pops is on a wedge. Is that correct? There's kind of an angle you would have to contend with there.
Yes.
Yeah. It may be like you might have to flip the piece over. Honestly, I don't know what the piece looks like on the other side. But yeah, you will be putting one froggy eye or froggy foot. I don't know what direction we're going anymore. One of those will be on just a conventional pop, but then one of them will be on an oddball angled pop. And it'll be horizontal. The anti-pops will be.
Oh no. Oh no,
Bus?
the thing happened.
The thing happened with the bus?
Oh,
The thing happened with
on
the
the left side.
bus.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, we've only been driving for a short period of time, so that's okay. We'll pick
it's
that
all
up
right.
again.
But
Yep.
poor Thwimp.
We got a point tonight.
Course.
So
We
We
did.
did, yeah.
We didn't lose that
We should have
much
just
progress.
crashed the bus in celebration, honestly.
Yeah.
Poor Thwimp.
I don't know what to do now.
So you're going to want to hit the reset button.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise a tow truck will come and do it in real time. And...
Yeah.
And
Heather, did you
then-
It
want
wouldn't
to
be
walk
that
her through that?
far back though.
My understanding is you push the start button a lot
But not
after
too
you
much,
reset.
or we end up named Jocko. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true. That's
So-
about my experience.
Who is the successor to Thwimp? There's a lot in the Thwomp family.
I don't know if there
Sorry.
were other ones that came up.
I
I think it's this.
like Thwomp, like with an A.
Thwamp.
Thwamp.
Thwimp, thwamp, thwomp.
Okay,
Which button does the what?
Can we name him Morph?
So
Anybody
your
know?
your accelerator.
I don't know how to change the name.
Carrie, experiment a little bit. I know that I think your basically all you can do is you can step through one by one, and then at a certain point one of the buttons will actually like wipe, like it'll basically be like, I'm locking you in. So
This is good bus crashing music.
I think
Yeah.
I figured it out.
okay, Molly, I'm gonna break my own rules and ask you one question.
Yeah.
How thick is this piece that I'm playing with? Is it as thick as a tile?
This
or is
frog
it-
piece,
Yes.
it appears to be just short of brick height.
Okay, that was not correct.
It
Something that
actually
I picked up.
it's taller than a tile for sure. It might
Yeah.
be double tile height.
Oh, no.
It's an unconventional piece, that's for certain.
Mm-hmm.
That is those are the harder pieces to try and like you do the bricks and you're like, oh yeah, there's like 2 pips on it. It's very easy. And it's like, oh shoot, what is this round monstrosity you've given me?
All right.
And just the prospect that I could describe, it's a round piece that's shaped like a frog and also kind of like a cake, and there might be more than one sort of piece that fits that criterion. Like, I wouldn't put it past them at this point.
The piece that you're describing for me, can you describe it one more time?
Yeah. So it is a semicircle.
Mm-hmm.
It is really a 2x1 brick with anti-pips on one side. Who knows what's on the other side, but some sort of positive fastening piece. There is an open space in the rounded part of the semicircle, and on the flat side appears to be a little window of some kind.
I
Oops.
have these pieces. I have 2 of these pieces.
Okay. Those are the froggy pieces.
Yes.
Okay.
What's up, Carrie?
We're now named Thwampa because I didn't
Yeah.
realize the A would stay.
Oh,
perfect.
You can start over again if you wanted to.
no, I
I'm
like
good.
this.
I like Thwampa.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm good with this.
Like Grandpa, but Thwampa.
Yeah.
Great old Thwampa.
All right.
I love my Thwampa.
All right. Molly, walk me through again where this goes.
Yeah, so you have, if you look at the top and bottom of the structure, there are tiles that are 2x1 and 3x1
I see these.
on either side of the dark green. So in those rows that those narrow tiles are in, there should be a fully available pop and then a sort of diagonal half pop on sort of the lower level, the lowest level available to you in terms of pops.
Fully available pop and a diagonal, like a cut open pop is what you're saying.
Yeah, sort of a hemi pop.
Okay. I'll pretend that I think I know. I'm not saying pretend in the way that I mean it, but I believe I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I don't like it either.
Yeah. Good to know. So what do I do with that?
You put, I wish I knew what the underside of Froggy piece looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna
Let me
be.
tell
there's
you
gonna be
what I'm holding is basically it is hollow pips on both sides.
You're looking at, okay. So that's great because there's 2 anti-pips, hollow pips towards the top. We're looking at the bottom of the structure, but the top relative to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you put the 2 hollow pips on the bottom next to this row of narrow tiles,
Okay.
continuing that row. with the sort of flat side butted up against that slightly elevated row of tiles. The row of tiles you have so far.
Righto. It's so tight in this space.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look comfortable.
No. Okay, I'm going to say another thing. In order to put this in place, I would have to pull off an assembly. Is it telling me to pull off any part of the assembly?
No, it doesn't appear to be.
Then I may have installed the assembly incorrectly. I don't know. Let's see. I believe I have it in here now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just force it in. I'm sure it's fine.
You know how that works, yeah?
Yeah,
like
I mean,
a-
can you
It's like-
to hold it over a lighter and melt it a little bit?
I
Maybe.
think I actually have it in.
Or maybe
Okay.
like those PEX tubes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Crimp it.
use a PEX tube.
Crimp it. Bend it in.
All right, I have
That'll
done
work.
this.
Okay, and then you will do the mirror image of that on the top side.
I've done both. Yes.
Okay. Froggy pieces.
Yay!
Great. That's step 18.
Great.
Great. Okay, step 19. Oh, basic pieces. Thank God. You're going to need 1 2x3 greener than usual brick,
I have this.
and then 2 1x2 chartreuse bricks.
Yeah, chartreuse. I like that. I have these.
Okay. So the chartreuse bricks, let's start with those. Obviously, this is all going to be inverted. You're going to put the chartreuse bricks behind your little froggy friends you just installed there on either side. In the little corner that's created by those tall bricks.
I have done both.
Okay, fantastic. And then this green brick, you're going to put it on the green tiles, between the two chartreuse bricks that you just laid down, sort of in line with the upside down 1 by whatever bricks that you just put down earlier.
I am correcting my previous step.
Okay. And they
I have
should
now
be
done this.
offset. Yeah, there should be a green brick, empty pips on top and bottom of that first column, and then 2 green little bricks.
Yep.
Crammed into that space. Okay, great.
I've
I
done
think
this.
that's step 19.
Yay!
Good.
Yay. Okay.
Awesome.
Step 20. More basic bricks. I love it. Okay. You're gonna get 2 1x2 suicide tiles. We're gonna call them the little male to males.
Okay.
I
1
should
by 2?
probably pick a more sensitive word.
Unalive tiles.
1x2.
2 1x2.
Little positive.
Double-sided tile,
positives.
or yeah,
Yeah.
males, whatever we want to call them. Yeah.
Are they double outies?
They're double outies, yeah, because I think it appears to
That-
be hollow pips on one side and solid pips on the other. I can't
That-
see the other side. I can only
It's
see
actually
the solid
hollow on
pips.
both sides, but yeah.
Hollow on both sides. Fantastic. Okay. And then a single 1x3 tile.
I have found this.
Okay. You're going to take the 1x3
Mm-hmm.
and cover the bricks that are next to the arrow piece. Orient it vertically and just cover those up.
We
I
have 4 minutes left in the giveaway for $7.86 on the Zelda mugs. Just a reminder.
Thank you. I've done this.
Great. And then you're going to take these male to male tiles and put them on the bottom of those chartreuse bricks you just put down.
Our double outies. Our
Your little
our
double outies there.
double outie cars.
Mm-hmm. Pop them next to that frog there.
I have done this.
Okay, that's step 20.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you can do one more step and then we should cut you off.
Step 21, and then the structure can drink, which not a moment too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're gonna, these are all solid pips. 2 1x2 bricks and a 3x1 tile.
One second.
Did you find the pieces?
I have found the pieces.
All right. We're cooking with gas. Okay, so with this 1x3 tile, you're going to put it on the 1x3 solid pips that are available to you at this time.
I have done this. I've done this.
Fantastic. And then those bricks, you're going to put them over the eyes of the frogs. Going to blind the frogs with these tiles, and then we will call it a day.
I cannot.
You cannot put on... Okay, that's interesting. It says that you can.
Mm-hmm.
Are you lying to me, or is it lying to me?
Well, it all depends on how well it's been described to me, hasn't it?
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hanging up the call. Okay. If I had to guess what the conflict is here, is it the sort of the tile with the odd diagonal on it that we installed earlier?
Yes.
Okay. Is the conflict that widest piece there, the sort of wide end of the wedge?
No.
Okay. Because it doesn't appear that should be conflicting.
Heather?
Yes.
Do you have the PDF?
I do.
Can you take a quick look at this?
All right.
An adjudicator.
Can you confirm whether or not
Whether or not something is amiss?
Yeah. You don't have to say what, you just have to say is something amiss.
Just taking a quick peek.
We do have someone in chat who's claimed that none of us know what chartreuse is, but that is wrong. I know what chartreuse is. It's a board, a spread of cheese and cut meats, and sometimes jam, obviously.
Yeah, you get in and look at the PDF if you're so smart.
I think you, yes, something is amiss many steps ago.
Okay. Yeah, because that...
Caliban 161, a charcuterie is definitely a hair-cutting place for sharks. That's not correct. That's not the meat and cheese board. That's a hair salon for sharks.
I eat single sharks on charcuterie.
I would say the on the current step, what Molly is telling you is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly how it's supposed to go, and the fact that you cannot fit them in there is not her fault.
Mm-hmm.
Heather, can I ask a question? Yeah, is the obstruction something that we did today, or is that...
It's something that happened today, yes.
Okay.
Could
it have happened in step 15, which I hated?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it... I mean, I see no reason that we can't
let me look at that
back
again.
the hands.
Yeah, well,
because the bit that we installed in starting at step 15. So, okay. Step 19 was the dawning of a new era for us, right? There's sort of that new structure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. 15. I don't know. That piece.
It's hard, I know, when you can't see what I've done. I understand.
Yeah, and I don't want to make the call as to what needs cleaning up. But so the sort of protruding, sort of wing-shaped bits, are those covering the frog piece? Or is it the corner? Is the corner of that occluding your ability to blind the frog, as it were?
The angle is occluding the other eye of the frog. The angled cut is occluding the eye of the frog.
Okay. Now, as you look at, is the wide bit of that piece next to the frog, or is it the straight, like the sort of broader end of the angle? Like the hypotenuse or the I'm out of geometry words. The hypotenuse is facing the frog.
Yes.
Okay, then we goofed. It's supposed to be the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, is it possible to...
Yes, it is.
Okay. So you're going to want to remove the sort of door wedge anti-pit piece and the curved piece for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this hurts. Okay, yeah, and then I think you can just lift the whole structure that has the arrow piece on it, because that's based on a 2x3 tile.
I have done this.
Okay, and then I think you want to switch. Okay, we might have constructed those pieces wrong.
Okay.
When you look at the pieces from step 16 or 15,
Mm-hmm.
with the male-to-male piece and the door wedge thing and the angle,
Yes.
is the door wedge piece where the structure narrows, where the sort of hypotenuse?
I would prefer if you let's talk about these three pieces and get me to orient each individual piece.
Okay.
So focus on orientation of each piece, and then we can focus on putting them together.
Yeah. Okay. So the sort of square-ish tile with an angle on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you flip that upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have the right angles at the top.
I have that.
Yeah, angle at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Then take the male-to-male piece and fill in that space. There's nothing on the angled pieces. And you can do this to both pieces at the same time. That is similar.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the right angle bits of that are up top, then where the angle tapers up, that is where you put the doorstopper piece on the male-to-male piece. So that the structure is...
Yeah, let's go with double outie.
Sorry.
Double outie, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so it is... If you take the piece that angles upward going from left to right, left is sort of tall and right is short.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, and with both of these, you're looking at the angled piece with a row of outies, of double outies, yeah?
Is the hypotenuse facing me?
The hypotenuse is facing you.
What's the orientation of the double outie?
The double outie is going to be horizontal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done this.
Double outie is going to be a long... Okay. So then, if you got your horizontal double outies, and hypotenuse is sort of angling in each direction, where they sort of angle up to sort of narrow the whole piece,
mm-hmm.
you were going to take the doorstopper zone, the little doorstopper single piece,
mm-hmm.
and put it on the narrow, where this whole structure narrows. And you're going to put it with the flat side facing towards the hypotenuse. It's going to wedge up, and then it's going to present you a flat face.
I know this song.
Yeah, it's the Gorons.
Yeah.
I almost said Gerudo because I'm like, yeah, the G one.
Molly, I believe I have done this.
Okay, so then have you done this with both of these pieces? So
They
that
are
they're
mirror
mirror
images
images of
of
each
each-
other?
yeah.
Okay. So then then have I misled you? No. Okay.
No, it's the children who are wrong.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Really, ultimately, it's Mega Blocks that is wrong. Okay. So then you're looking at, I don't know how much of the structure you had to strip back anymore.
That's okay. Let's just get these two pieces that you talked me through. I can get the rest of it on there. You just have to decide where these go.
Yeah, so if you flip these over so that the solid pips are facing the top.
Yes.
Since you have one pip exposed on the bottom, you are going to take... You're going to take them so that the narrow part of this assemblage is on the right side, and the wider part is going to be on the left, towards the mass of the structure.
The narrow part is on the...
You have and it's close to the corner as you can get.
So
what you'll be faced with is horizontal solid pips kind of floating off the structure, presenting the sort of flat face of these wedge pieces towards the outside of the structure.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to leave a hole. Hang on 1 second. That goes there.
Mhm.
All
Now
right,
the music
let's-
is really making fun of us.
Yeah. Okay.
This is like the 3 a.m. Animal Crossing music. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you one thing I have done.
Yeah.
Is you've told me to put the 1x2 bricks to cover the froggy pieces completely.
Yes.
And
Have you been able to do this?
I since I removed these other pieces, I've been able to do that.
Okay. Then you
Okay.
might be able to reinstall these pieces around the froggy
should-
blindfold.
Because it should not intersect with anything else. I just need to find a place.
No.
Solid
the wide
pips is the solid pip or the hollow pip what's supposed to intersect with the rest of the structure right now in this step?
In this step, the hollow pip, the thing that we just walked through with the wedge bit, the solid wedge bit with no pips on it, is on the bottom side relative to the rest of the structure.
Solid wedge pip.
You know
okay,
how
so, yeah, the
1 by 1
one
wedge. Yeah.
Yeah, this is on the bottom.
Yeah, if we're to think of it in terms of the... No, never mind. I don't know what of the structure you can see. If we think of it in terms of the solid pips on the, now that you've inverted the structure, right?
Right.
Do you see 2x3 hollow pips on the structure? I don't know how much you had to strip back.
I had to strip back an entire chunk, but I know the 2x3 piece you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, it's technically
So,
2 pieces.
I know where that 2x3 piece. Yeah, I know where the 2x3 goes, and I know the orientation it's supposed to be in.
Yeah, it seems that there's only one of your solid pips that will be in line with those hollow pips, right?
I'm
So
making
hanging
an
off the
educated guess.
All right.
Yeah.
And I am plugging everything back together. It all fits.
Okay.
I believe I have
Ooh.
reached.
You
what
can
I'm
blind the
supposed-
frog and everything.
I believe everything is. Yeah, the frog is blind.
Okay. Then that's step
Right,
21.
Good. We're gonna have to stop there because it is 10:02, and we need to draw our giveaway
Yeah.
for our Zelda mugs.
All right.
For our Zelda boxing gloves with one spare in case you break one.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Tired Neil.
Tired Neil.
Well, wake
Tired
up. You want a
Neil.
prize.
Awesome.
Whoa.
Good for you, Tired Neil. I hope you're still awake.
Congratulations.